Hey guys, my name is Landon Anderson and I'm the lead pastor at Restoration Church in Lebanon. At Restoration Church, we believe that everybody has a story. Some stories are marked by triumph and some stories are marked by tragedy. But no matter the story, we believe that God is in the business of taking our stories and restoring them. In fact, what we believe is that when God restores a story or an individual, that He begins to restore a family. And then He begins to restore a group of families and a community and then a culture. And at Restoration Church, that's what we're chasing, is a culture of restoration. In 2014, my wife Christina and I moved, along with Matt and Megan Brewer, from Northwest Mississippi to Noblesville, Indiana, to start Restoration Church. And in 2015, the church began. And since then, Restoration Church, as well as my wife and I, have been praying about starting a new work. And as we began to pray, God began to answer our prayers and make it very clear that He was leading us to Lebanon to start a new church. And one of the reasons we ended up in Lebanon was because of a partnership with the Witham Family YMCA. God was very gracious to open up a partnership between us and them. So once Restoration Church Lebanon begins, we'll be meeting on every Sunday morning at the YMCA. People often ask me, what is Restoration Church all about? What makes you unique? We're fairly simple in what we do, but who we are kind of at our core as a church is that we are Christ-centered and Bible-saturated. When we gather together, whether it's on a Sunday morning or in a Bible study or we're working out the YMCA, we want everything to be centered on Christ, our thoughts, our actions, and our words. Now, you may be asking, this is great and all, but how do I get involved? One of those is by joining our launch team. The launch team is a group of people that meet on a fairly regular basis to talk about the church, its mission, its vision, our strategy, what we believe, who we are, all those things. And it's a great chance to pray together, to get involved in authentic community, and to pray that God would do big things in restoring people around us. Another way that you can get involved is by joining a men's or women's group. We've got men's and women's groups that meet right now. We get together to eat, study God's Word, and to grow together in community. So if you're a member of the Witham Family YMCA, stop by and say, hey, I serve as one of the volunteer chaplains up there. I'd love to introduce myself, to hear your story, where you came from, what God's doing in your life. Love to get to know you some. We are so excited about what God has already done in Noblesville and what God is doing in Lebanon. So we're asking you to participate with us, to join with us in starting this new church. We look forward to the months and the years down the road when we can talk about ways that God has restored our stories and ways that God is working in and around us here in Lebanon.